Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Satisfactory. Now, I've just remembered that I haven't put anything into the MAM for some analysis. So I've chucked in the pale berries. We can also analyze the beryl nuts, the flower petals, the carapace and the green power slug. So we're going to be checking going to be making sure that we get all of those analysed, because we can do things with I say each and every one of them. We can go about tracking down the nuts and the berries with the object scanner, I think the thing's called. But for the most part, what I want to do today is I want to tidy up the iron stuff. So I want to put all of the miners onto standby so that we can start tidying up our iron production. I want to let these belts run down. I don't want to be getting all clogged up with piles of iron ore, all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to let all the machines kind of burn through their supplies. I think I'm going to go and set up... Do I have the materials for making storage containers? I do. I might need some more rods. But that's fine, because I'm going to be setting up a storage container for rods, so that's not a problem. I'm just going to stick them here, or pile them on top of each other. So you're going to come over here, going to connect in like that. Your plates. Oh, for crying out loud. Give me those. Let's dismantle that. You can come out like this, then connect in around here. Yeah, the belts, or not the belts, the plates, I'm gonna connect together onto one belt with a conveyor merger. We'll just bring things out like this. It doesn't really matter if it's tidy at the moment, but you're going to connect in there. And you can just come up a little bit. We can just do a little thing like this. You come over, plug in there. And then, there we go. Plates coming up over that way, plates coming up over that way. And you're currently on standby, so we'll switch you back on. I need more biomass as well, so I might go for a quick biomass run. Go over this way. We'll go and grab some stuff so we can go and make some more fuel. Oh, don't have a milestone activated as well. I need to know what I need to make utility. That's what I want to do next, so that we can actually make biofuel, because that's going to be far better for our production means. Yeah, let's do it. Ooh, we've got some more resources up here. I wonder what we've got. We should have a look once I finish grabbing all of these shrubs. Ooh, some pale berries. Nice. It's going to be good for when I inevitably need to restore health, because things are likely to kill you. Oh, I am very full. I can't actually pick up any more leaves. Okay. What do we got over here? We got any angry boys? Any angry armadillos? No. And we have iron up here. Okay. That's nice to know. There's more stuff over that way as well. I wonder what we got.
The MAM has completed its analysis.
That's good to know, thank you. Is that iron? Is that copper over there? It's not copper. Well, it's not iron. I don't know what that is. It's not coming up as anything on any of these scans. It definitely looks like a resource. Oh, hello. I got nuts! What is this? Right. It is limestone. Oh. What the... Okay. What is this? What are you? Oh, I hear something. There's something around here. Oh, I see a slug up that way. Huh. Okay. There's another slug over there as well. I can see quite a few of them, actually. There's another one right over that way. Ah, there's a big bubble boy as well. Okay. Right, well, either way, we need to get back to the base, and we need to do some, get some more stuff made up. We should go see what the ma'am has done. Right, ma'am. Analysis of pale berry is completed. Please choose a new specimen in the list to begin an analysis.
Paleodictyoptera berries, or pale berries, can be added to the object scanner catalog after unlocking the new blueprint in Hub Tier 1.
That's good news, thank you very much. Okay, pale berries have been researched. The nuts are currently being researched, but I'm going to eat a few just so I can restore some health. Lovely. I'll chuck them back in there. I'll keep the rest of this on me and make up all this biomass. Okay, how is the power doing? Power's doing fine. I need to go and grab some copper. Didn't think about copper. Because I'm at the point now where I need more wire. I don't think it's early enough, or I don't think we're at the point where I quite feel the need to automate it all just yet, but we're going to be getting there. Maybe by the end of this episode we'll have copper smelting automated. That could be a thing to work on. But I really do want to focus on the iron. I want to start sorting out the proper ratios for the machines that we currently have at their current level. I know that there's an upgrade to the miners. There's a miner Mark II. I don't know about the constructors and assemblers and all that sort of stuff. Oh shit! I can't actually. Can I put down some foundation from here? Just out of range. I don't have to run all the way back down. Come on, let me do a little bit from a distance. Yeah, there we go. I love that I can just build stuff from this distance. It's awesome. Now, this is not necessarily going to be... well, I'll probably have foundations coming out this way at some point. For now, it's purely just to get some space in my bags. Oh, you were on standby. You still got copper ore in you. It's dumb of me to not check that. But some of this can now be torn up. We can tidy this up a little bit so we can start putting some foundations in over this side. And we can start figuring out what we want to do with the smelters and make a nice array that's going to be... Preferably, we could expand it later on. Some of this still has iron ore on it, so we don't want to tear all of it up. We do want to tear up most of it, so that's good. Now, it doesn't matter that we're building through these trees. We can get rid of them later on once we get the chainsaw, so I'm not too fussed on putting these foundations around everywhere. Because a lot of the natural stuff we can get rid of. We can even tear up the beryl nut tree. I'm sure we'll be able to find more of them further afield. So it's not really a big issue. Oh yeah, you can't go there because that belt is currently in the way. So that's not a problem. It does look weird that it's just got a fucking weird tree sprouting through the steel. I mean, these things are made purely of concrete. They don't look concrete. They look more like iron or steel, which is weird. But okay, what we want to do, we want to tear this up. Because one thing I found out recently, actually, is that you can place foundations down when you've got the concrete for them, and you can actually build the miners on top of the foundations, which is awesome. They do end up stuck on this 90-degree rotation thing. But if you're sneaky, if you look at it at the right angle... I was doing this for me for a while ago. There we go. You can actually control the rotation as you would if it were on normal ground. I'm not sure if that's like a bug or something. If you look away from it, it will go back to its sort of 90-degree angle sort of thing. But I can place this here and it will function perfectly normally. It's like, the... Oh dear, what happened? I mean, obviously the power did... Oh, I think one of the burners ran out. Okay. I might see if I've got the materials necessary to finish utility because I'd like to switch over to biofuel if possible, because then I'll be getting the rest of the power, the rest of the burners operational, so we can really improve our power systems. I can not worry about it for a little bit, which would be nice. I need 150 rods. Definitely got those there. More than enough in the way of plates. Running short on... Oh, no, hang on. I do have 500 wire. Fantastic, we can get this done. We start making biofuel. Brilliant. Hit the button. Boop. Yeah.
Milestone.
Send it up.
You have unlocked several structures aimed to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure. Additionally, the biofuel blueprint will ensure improved fuel consumption of biomass burners.
Excellent stuff.
Additionally, you can now build the space elevator, which is integral to your contribution to project assembly.
Oh, I'd already unlocked that, hadn't I? Yeah. Okay, so which one of these still has fuel? None of them. Shit, they both ran out. Okay. Let me make all of this into biofuel. Okay, I've made enough biofuel to stock 4 of these up with 100. I want to keep some on me. I don't necessarily need to, but... Ugh! There we go. It's got us a capacity for 100 megawatts in total. And... 100 megawatts. These provide 20 each. Oh, one of the ones over on the hub must still have a little bit of fuel... Yeah, it's just dropped down to 80. There we go, that's much better. We're currently running a 26% efficiency. Or 21% efficiency? Or is that the amount of power that's being consumed? Is that what that means? Not 100% sure. But either way, we've managed to get that operational, or get everything operational again. We are definitely going to need to go on another biomass run, so that we can finish stocking things up. I'm going to chuck this copper in here so we can start getting a bit more in the way of wire, because we're going to need it. Yeah, let's dump these bits in here. I'm going to dump everything I don't need. I'll take my zapper with me, because I may run into trouble on the way. There may be trouble ahead, is what I'm trying to say. I'll take the wood and the leaves out, just because those are things that I'm going to be grabbing anyway. May as well just have a stock to start with. Ooh, there's loads of stuff over this way. Yeah, I want to try and make enough biofuel that I can fully stock every single burner that I currently have. Now, that's going to be a little tricky without the chainsaw, because the chainsaw can really help you tear up biomass a hell of a lot quicker. But running around manually, we should be able to manage. We should be able to do alright for a little while. So, I will be back in a little bit. Ooh, I found a slug. Come here. I think I'm researching one of you at the moment as well, so I can make use of you once I get back to the base, which is going to be awesome. I'm really interested to see what is down there. Not been down there yet. You know, it's one of those things that, like, I've been playing this a lot, but I've been spending most of my time around all of the areas, obviously the areas that I built all of my production. I haven't had much recourse to go out and, or much need to go out and kind of explore the world. Which, I wouldn't say is necessarily a shame, but I've not felt much of a reason to go out and really see everything there is to see. Mostly because, like, when I have gone out, I've come across creatures that want to kill me, and some that are caught me a little off guard, and apparently there are boss monsters. I'm not prepared for boss monsters, not yet. Not with just me little zapper and a punch. I'm nowhere near ready for boss monsters. Oh, it does look mysterious down there, though. It's all foggy and misty, and oh, it's enchanting. It's captivating. It's other fancy words that describe things that you want to go and look at. Okay, I've got nearly 2,000 leaves. I think I've got enough. I'm hoping that's enough. I can't waste any more time faffing around in this episode. I need to get stuff built. I need to be automating. No, I didn't have enough to completely fill all of these machines. The 4 at the back have all got a maximum stack of 200 in them. And we've managed to increase our running capacity now up to 160 megawatts. Which is a good amount if you ask me. So, let's start fiddling around with all of this stuff over here. I want to tear up all of these miners so that they can all be laid down on top of the concrete, on foundations. Come on. There we go. Oh god, I need more concrete. You know, I could make this a little bit easier. Let's slap down a lookout tower. This does end up making things a little bit easier because you can work from more of a kind of top-down perspective with things. Because of the construction range, the range at which you can place things down, this really does help to give you that more of an RTS sort of perspective on things, which is very handy. Because when I first started playing, I was like, it's a bit difficult to construct things at ground level when you know, obviously the great thing about this is the sense of scale. You really feel like everything is just massive and monstrous around you. But at the same time, it does make it a little more difficult to actually build things, because most building games, most things where you're building like factories or you're building bases of any kind, you're not normally doing it from a first-person perspective. Not for me, anyway. I've not really played any games that do those sorts of things from a first-person perspective. So I really appreciate the ability to just quickly build these lookout towers and place them down around places where you know you're going to want to be building stuff, because these towers can always just be a temporary thing. I'm going to take away some more foundations so that I've got more to work with. So being able to come up here and just have this top-down perspective when I build things, and then go back to my ground floor perspective just to just admire everything, is really quite nice. Put you there, and there we go. Bye-bye nut tree. I am probably going to want to come back down. Oh god, getting down these things is always really difficult, because sometimes you'll go down flawlessly. You'll catch onto the ladder and it'll be fine. Ugh. Like now. Other times, like my anxiety goes off like a motherfucker whenever I climb down one of these things, because sometimes your feet won't catch the ladder and you'll just throw yourself off. It's like, I didn't want to do that. No. This one I want facing this direction. And then you, I want facing it this direction as well. So I can just kind of like organise my belts from the miners over here. Now I need to figure out where I want to put the actual smelters, so... this is the problem. I'm going to go get some more concrete so I can be sure I've got enough resources to put down a... little bit of a power network, so I just put down a little base grid of power lines, because I want to be building everything around the power grid. Right, so these smelters are all done. All of them are finished, actually, so I'm going to tear them all up, because we're going to be shifting them. Get rid of all their power connections. Yes, I know, it's sad. It's a sad day to see you just shut down, but don't worry, you'll be getting back into action fairly soon. You are done, yes. I was just confused by the sparks coming out of your stack. You're not actually connected to anything either. Why are you here? I suppose it's a question we all ask ourselves, really, isn't it? I'll let them continue to work. Right now, it is smelters we are concerned with. So my power grid is currently going across, like, kind of the corners of the tiles, like every 2 tiles across. So this is going to be kind of like the main power line, and we'll branch things off from here. So I think we're going to have smelters. We're going to sit in the middle of these. We'll have them like this, because this is where the grid, the foundations really come in handy, because you can just snap and get everything to look really nice. I mean, look at that! Isn't that beautiful? I think it is lovely. However, I can't see behind the smelters, which is where I want to put their power connections and obviously their belts feeding in. But I do want to put conveyor mergers on this side. So they're gonna connect there for you. We can connect these belts up. And I'm not sure I like that. The one thing that's kind of weird when it comes down to foundations is the conveyor poles can be built on the joins. They can be built on the joins, no problem. But if I try to build a conveyor belt out of something and put the pole onto one of the joins in the foundation, it says the floor is too steep. And I don't know why it does that. It doesn't quite count the the location. It doesn't seem to. That's the wrong spot. That's another thing that I really like about this, is that if you're trying to build stuff in line with other things, you get like the guidelines and everything. That looks great. Okay, so yeah, we want these conveyor poles. I want the I want it to kind of be like 2 belts running along per tile. We could certainly get more in. I think we could fit 4 belts across on each tile, I think, if we wanted to. So we could do something like that if we really wanted to compact things in, which is always a potential thing that we could do. But I just want to keep putting conveyor poles along for the minute. And I need another merger to come in on this side. I'm going to go there like that. And because it's getting a little difficult to see things from here, we're going to head down to ground level and do... Oh! I thought I nearly fell off. No, okay, we're good. Stresses me out. Stresses me out. Like, falling in this game has stressed me out more than anything else. It's always been falling off my own bloody lookout towers. Now, this is where I get really finicky and start trying to make everything look nice. Yeah, that will do. That will do the trick. Very nice. We want to do a similar thing around the back of this with the splitters, because obviously each one of the belts that's coming out of the miners is going to support 2 of these smelters. So we want to set things up so that the belts will split, and then they'll connect into the smelters. And they're going to look good while I do it, thank you very much. I'm not sure if, one thing that is going to be really nice, and we can really use for making things nice and compact and really tidy, is later on we get these things called conveyor stackers, which allow us to build conveyor belts directly on top of each other, going in the same direction, as opposed to just using the conveyor poles to just hoist them up over each other. You can't use this for getting the belts to move directly over each other, going in along exactly the same path. But with the conveyor stackers, we can do that. So I'm looking forward to getting along to those, but they're a little further along in the tech tree, unfortunately. A little bit more foundation. Oh, I can't put you there because of the bloody splitter. Right, I want to put a power line in between... no, I need to put a power pole in between each of these machines. Because the way I'm going to be extending the power grid is... this main line is going to connect all the way along here to the main network. hooked up to all of our biomass burners. Then this is going to connect to these. This extends the network to our smelters. And these ones directly here just connect up to each smelter, and we get all of the power connections that we can off these lines. And because there's one more on here, we can further extend everything down. Gets it into a nice expandable network, and I really like that. And if for any reason I need to expand this further, you know, I could put a power line here and continue to extend the network down this way on a more dedicated line. But if I'm just putting smelters around here, these ones should do the job. So I think for now I'm not going to worry about hooking up every single one of the miners. I don't really need the throughput from all three of them right now. So, or just set up some conveyor poles here so we know where we're plugging the belts up. You can plug in there. You can plug in all the way over there. Now, the reason that I've merged these belts is because the belts can transport 60 items per minute. The smelters, when they've got the right recipes, will output 30. So 2 smelters can support 1 belt. Then, you know, one of these belts can then be split into 2 and can provide, you know, can support 2 constructors making iron plates, or another belt can be then split into 4 and used to support, you know, various, you know, 4 constructors making iron rods. That's the one. That's the one I'm trying to think of. I'm getting all lost and confused and everything. So it's fine. I know where I am. I know what I'm doing. It's fine. Don't worry about me. There we go. That will sort that lot out. I'm gonna put another belt there. Is that gonna? That works fine. Good. And that can be this one over here. Now I get these nice tidy belts. Oh, I like it. You look a bit wonky, but you're fine. So we're going to connect a power line off here. I'm going to come down to this point right there. And you are going to connect up to these 2 miners. Okay. Now they should. All of these smelters should have their orders set to making ingots of iron, which they do, which is fantastic. So the miners should now be outputting iron ore. They are, which is fantastic. They're producing 60 per minute. Oh, God, you're loud. No. So they're producing 60 a minute, which will keep 1 belt each fed fully. Then obviously they're going to be getting split in each belt into 2. So that will be feeding these, which require 1 every 2 seconds. So that is 30 per minute. Perfect ratio right off the bat. What's going on here? Why are you not working? You're a splitter? Oh, hang on. For fuck's sake. Alright. It's because I had to pick up this splitter and put it back down. It didn't actually connect the belts back up. So that's frustrating. It is annoying when that shit happens. You plug in there. And you plug in there. Okay, is it going to work now? Don't want to see these belts backing up. Hey, that's nice. Okay, and we've now got 2 full belts of iron ingots. So that's good. We're on our way to getting this stuff sorted. I think I can get rid of these. But unfortunately, all of my faffing around with getting biomass and all that sort of stuff has taken up the rest of my time for today. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to wrap this episode up here. I do need to go and sort out another milestone, though, don't I? Because we haven't got one of those set right now. What do we want? Personal storage? That could be handy so that we can carry more stuff. This is what we get for the... we get a little bit more stuff that we can select on the hub tiers for this is what we get for researching the various different things on that subject. I think I put the green power slug, yes. Nice.
The crystals on this slug can be harvested and converted into a power shard that functions with current fix-it technology. Several buildings would be capable of performing over 100% capacity, if infused. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 1.
That sounds good. Yeah, overclock production. We can make power shards. And we can use them to boost all of the machinery that we currently have. Which, is fantastic. We don't really need to worry about that just yet, I don't think. I'm very tempted to go for obstacle clearing. But I'm thinking personal storage. I'm gonna focus on the stuff that we can produce the items for. So on that subject, let's chuck all of this stuff in. We're gonna need to go and get some more copper stuff, but we need some rods.
Milestone.
Be on your way, good sir.
Additional storage options have
Come
been
back safe.
provided. R&D inflated your pocket dimension and developed a personal storage box accessible in the build menu.
That's good stuff. So now we can build like the little storage container things. And we can just dot them around as and when we need to. But yeah, we need to really focus on more of the iron production stuff going into the next episode. So we'll be taking the iron outputs that we've got here, and we'll be shoving them all into constructors and making sure that we get the right ratios on everything, so that we can make the best use of all of our materials and all of our machines, make sure we're producing as much as we can, as quickly as we can, really. Obviously, we do have another miner, so we can always boost this production again. What I'm thinking I might do would be have this belt split into two, and then maybe have two machines making rods, and then 3 machines making plates. But then I'm going to need to turn the rods into screws. Or I don't know. This is where things are going to start getting a little bit fiddly, because I need to figure out what I want to make and how quickly. But we'll figure that all out in the next episode. For now, I'm going to leave this one off here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon, becoming an officer within the ranks. Welcome back. Well, thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Stuff's called, which allows us to make hyperfuel. Oh, for God's sake, Anson and Scylla, why are you outside of the bloody starship again? Stop doing that!